nail friend, if you're at the fork in the road of a press-on nail business trying to decide if pre-made or custom nail sets are better for your business goals, keep watching. I'll show you how to take your why, that thing we discussed in the last video in this series, and use it along with your personality and your artistry to propel your business to success. Even if you've already started your business, you'll get a lot out of this video, especially if you're thinking of making a change. In the background, I'll be putting together a bright 70s retro nail set. It's not a tutorial per se, just something to watch while we talk about this important topic. This will be my color palette of funky orange and pink. I'll be using a Maniology stamping plate, and the nails I'll be using are the Chiarosky Short Square. Let's get into the video. As you know, when someone is thinking of starting a business, there are 1,000 decisions that need to be made. For a press-on nail entrepreneur, this can be tough, especially when you're just starting out and you're not exactly sure how to even pick a business model. I think you'll find that by the end of the video, you'll have a better handle on how to make that decision. So let me take a quick pause to say hello. I'm Queenie and welcome back to my channel. This is the third episode in my So You Want to Start a Press-on Nail Business series. If you somehow missed the first, where I laid bare my own business missteps, and then in video 2, pretty much forced you into some serious soul searching about your purpose or your why, go watch those after this video. They're both linked below. So like I mentioned, if you watch my last video in this series, you have nailed down, pun intended, your why, which is good because we will revisit your why several times in this video. As a one-person business, you really need to think about some of the ramifications of each of the models we're going to discuss today. So I'm going to give you the standout differences between each model to help you determine your business goals. So let's talk about pre-made. The idea here is simple for this model. You design and create a bunch of stunning sets, you snap some beautiful pictures, you list them on your website, and then while you're planning designs and creating more sets for next season, the sales roll in. Well, maybe not the first few months, but eventually the sales roll in. When they sell out, you can either make more of those same sets and replenish your online inventory. You could even keep it a FOMO situation and only focus on new designs. Sounds like a low-stress dream, right? So let's talk about the 4 key advantages when selling pre-made nail sets. So number 1 is scalability. You can make your company as large or as small as you want. When you don't take custom orders, the listing/selling process is easier. You list your sets on your site, someone clicks, you pack, you ship. No endless back and forth with a customer trying to decipher what it is they want. It's a what you see is what you get model, which can be just about as efficient as it gets. Number 2 is predictability. So imagine actually knowing what your production schedule looks like. You can batch create, optimize your time, and dare I say it, have a life outside of your nail desk. So number 3 is less direct customer interaction. So if your why leans more towards the, I just want to create cool stuff and I don't want to have to decipher cryptic DMs, and let's be honest, we all have those days, pre-made is your best friend. Number 4 is broader appeal. You're designing sets that you believe a wider audience will love. Like think about like popular trends, timeless classics, or whatever has the potential to go viral on TikTok. You're creating for the market and not just for one specific person's whim. So let's talk about custom. This is a more personalized and often more complicated realm of press-on nails. So this is where you would work directly with clients to bring their unique and very specific nail visions to life, rather than getting orders through a typical website, although you can do this on your website, and I'll talk about that more later in the video. Generally, your customers would probably contact you via email or DM to let you know that they're interested in ordering a set of nails, and then you discuss back and forth what it is they want and what they want you to make. They might send you inspiration from their pet's portrait, a photo they found on Pinterest, or even that weird stain on the carpet from Thanksgiving circa 1975. And then your mission is to somehow transform that vision into wearable art. So like we discussed for pre-made nails, let's look at the top 3 advantages of custom sets. So number one is a higher price point. Because you're offering a personalized and very highly individualized service, you can charge more. People are really willing to pay a premium for something that's created just for them. So if your why is really heavily cash motivated, this might look very tempting for you. The second advantage is creative expression, and I'm going to put that in parentheses and say mostly. You will get opportunities to experiment with new designs, techniques, and truly push your artistic boundaries, and it can be a refreshing break from churning out the same popular designs repeatedly, especially when your client gives you creative freedom and just asks you to make whatever you want, just make it pink. And then advantage number three is a deeper client connection. For some, the process of collaborating closely with clients and witnessing their sheer delight when you perfectly execute their vision, that can be extremely rewarding. So if your why is about building connections and making individuals feel uniquely cherished, this could be your calling. On the downside, though, this connection also means that they might text you at odd hours, asking for last-minute changes after you've already finished the set. So be sure to have clear boundaries for any deadlines for changes. And on that note, just like you need boundaries for change deadlines, you need to set boundaries for something else, and that is getting paid prior to doing any work for the client. I'm not talking about initial discussions regarding what they want or designs they want to send you for inspo. I'm talking about before your brush hits one nail, make sure you get paid. Always, and I mean always, have the customer pay in advance. You don't work for free, and your business will not survive if you are constantly making customized orders for people who decide later, after hours of work and lots of supplies used, that they no longer want the set for some reason. If they're not willing to pay first, they're not serious about paying later. How do you request payment? Easy. Tell them you'll start working on their nail set as soon as payment is received. If they balk, don't argue, just let them know that that's your policy. For yourself, remember, this is not personal and it's not a reflection on your work. It's business. So let's dig just a little bit deeper and bring your why together with your personality and your work preferences. What could make pre-made your sweet spot? Let's say you like efficiency, streamlined systems work best for you, you like to batch tasks, and overall enjoy a more consistent production flow. You prioritize your mental peace with more clarity and directness. You're a strong independent creator. You follow trends and pretty much know what will truly sell. And your why is about consistent income or scaling a business. You're aiming for higher volume in sales and efficient growth rather than highly individualized pieces. What could make custom your calling? You thrive on creative challenges, you get bored easily, and love the idea of a more diverse workflow. Your why is rooted in personal connection or pride in your own artistic craftsmanship. You genuinely enjoy the collaborative process with your clients. You're patient and you're comfortable with the back and forth of revisions and detailed requests. You're confident in your premium pricing and you know your worth for specialized work and aren't afraid to charge accordingly. All right, I can practically hear the question forming in your mind. Queenie, this is great, but what if I want the best of both worlds? Can I just do both? Well, yeah, you can, but here's the experienced advice. You probably shouldn't, at least not when you're just starting out. And here's why. It's a direct route to burnout. Trying to master two distinct business models simultaneously is chaotic. Your effort gets diluted, and your energy and concentration will be spread too thin. Each model demands different operational systems, distinct marketing approaches, and vastly different time commitments. When you try to be a master of everything, you often end up being a master of nothing. Instead of becoming truly exceptional at one thing, you'll find yourself just okay at two. You want to build a reputation, right? So you want to be known as the absolute best at something. What that something is up to you. And finally, it could confuse your customers. Consistency builds trust, and trust is what drives sales. So when can you successfully integrate both? Only once you've absolutely nailed one model, and I mean you're running it like a well-oiled machine, then and only then can you realistically consider adding the other model. For some ideas on best dual model practices, offer limited custom slots, maybe like 5 a month, and once they're gone, they're gone. You could also only do that during seasonal times, so you would only have a seasonal custom availability. And then, of course, you could do hybrid designs. So if you sell pre-made designs on your website, start to offer very restricted custom options, like a single color change or adding an initial. This gives the customer a feeling of personalization without diving into full custom territory. It could be as easy as adding a drop-down box option to your site. If you're ready to go full custom, you could think about adding a custom listing to your site, which instructs the customer to contact you regarding what design they have in mind. Then once you've figured out what they want, they make their purchase through the site and you get to work making their nails. The key is to start simple, become genuinely excellent, and then expand strategically. Don't try to be everything to everyone right out of the gate. Your sanity and your actual profit margins will love you for it. So is there a wrong pick? Well, don't allow these choices to keep you up at night or give you analysis paralysis. Here's the truth. Just like your why, your business model is not set in stone. You can initially launch with pre-made, then realize you're bored stiff and actually miss the dramatic client interactions, and then smoothly pivot to offering limited custom options. Or perhaps you'll begin with custom and then you're completely overwhelmed by the relentless demands and strategically switch to exclusively selling pre-made designed collections. Entrepreneurship is at its core one grand, often messy, perpetually evolving experiment. You learn, you adapt, and you continuously try new approaches. Your main job is to simply just keep checking in with your own tolerance levels, and if you hit a wall, ask yourself, is this business model still truly serving my why? And if the answer is unclear or a resounding no, you just need to rethink your model. Your shiny new business doesn't need to be perfect the second you launch it. It just needs to be authentic to you. That's where its real power lies. So you just want to be sure that your chosen path actually clicks with your why. Grab a notebook, go back over this video, write down what model speaks to you, and deeply considering your why, give yourself a brutally honest assessment of which business model genuinely supports it. Because no matter how much you love making press-ons and no matter how enthusiastic you are when starting, if your chosen business model doesn't ignite a fire within you when things get tough, you're going to burn out faster than the soap nails trend on Instagram. I truly hope you enjoyed this video and my beautiful retro nail look. The next video in the series will be all about sizing your customers' nails in an easy and professional manner. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Now go forth and, I don't know, put glitter on something. Bye!